Hello, this is Simply Exploventuring, and I'm coming to you from Carlisle, Pennsylvania. We're here at the U.S. Army Heritage Center again. I was here back in, I think, February for the Ice Festival, so I stopped here, but it was really, really cold to do the outside tour. So today we're going to take the time to go do the U.S. Army Heritage Trail that is outside, and you'll get to see all the equipment and history that's outside of the museum itself. I have a video of the interior of the museum that you can check out as well. I'll try to link it to this video as well in the description. So without further ado, let's check out the trail. So let's begin the tour proper with this vehicle right here. So the M7 Bradley Fire Support Team vehicle. And then we'll head over there and continue the rest of the trail down that way. So as you can see, this is the outside of the U.S. Army Heritage Center here in Carlisle. The museum is open till 5, from 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday, and 12 to 5 on Sundays. And we'll start here with this piece of equipment right here before we continue on to the rest. And I believe this is the howitzers that my unit used to have when I was with the 108 Field Artillery, which is still based here in Carlisle. Somewhere around here is the actual National Guard unit, but yep, M109. So here's the M109 self-propelled howitzer. It's a 155 millimeter. So I might have this on the first video as well. So this represents the beaches in Normandy that stormed Juno Beach during Operation Overlord. Gold. So this is World War II. And it has some information about as well, these information boards about each of the beaches. So we just passed Omaha, Utah, Sword. So it's called the Liberation Point. Again, more information. So I started here at Juneau. And again, here's the front. Like I said, I've already been inside. I've already been inside the museum already. And I have a video on that, so please check it out. It's not a very big, not a very big museum. Again, this is part of the U.S. Army War College as well. And they have a museum store in there. Admission in here is absolutely free. But I'm gonna go walk around the exterior of the trail here. Try to keep it as steady as I can, but about Sergeant Frederick Council, the Army artist. So if you're not familiar with the U.S. Army War College, this is where all the officers come in to learn more and improve their roles in leadership roles and for the battlefield environment primarily. You can see some of the so right here they have another piece of equipment. And a history of a soldier, Colonel Mansour. And this is like the outside dining area. There's an event pavilion here. So they have events. You can take shelter under here. So today is the complete opposite of the day we came the last time here. And like I said, I did try to shoot video the last time here, but due to the outside weather conditions, much like they are today. But today is a little bit more bearable. Have a nice little slushy here, stopped at the local Sheets. Oh, cool. I didn't realize that they have I wonder if that's open. So again, we'll be doing a nice little loop around here and checking it all out. Oh, this is the repair shop. I don't know if you can see inside here. So it has a mannequin dressed in equipment. So this is the engine repair shop. Steering. They have equipment in there as well. And I can hear like they have some information playing. But this is not currently open. I just checked. Nope. So I would have liked to have gone inside and check it out, but so this is a representation, I believe, of World War II barracks. And right here you have a post with all the different locations of the major cities from whatever post it was or from where we're at. And I know we're not 3,000 miles to New York. So maybe this was a representation of a post in the West Coast, because then it would be 3,000 miles to. So they have different areas, but I'm gonna go around the loop here and start with the Civil War. I mean, even though I did part of the World War II one. So technically, this is the order how you're kind of supposed to do it, which would be right over there is the Global War on Terror. So if we did it by actual locations, shows you all the locations of everything. That's 81 north and south, but we're gonna do it a little different today. We're gonna check out the Civil War winter cabins first. And I heard that they do some kind of a World War II encampment or something like that here as well, but I don't know if I missed it. But this gives you an idea of what they look like. So unfortunately, we can't go inside of them. They're all locked. It is close to the end of the day too, as well, when I made it here. So the first one on the left is known as the cook's house. This one right in here with the canvas roof was an enlisted man's cabin. And that one as well, it's an enlisted man's cabin. Then the far end one is an officer's cabin. And then right behind here is what's known as the Pine Cottage. So it's a reconstruction of a pine cottage. So the famous photographer Matthew Brady photographed Civil War soldiers right out here. Oh, in Virginia, Brandy Station. So as you can see, both the enlisted and all that had a chimney, so they could keep warm during the warmer months. So I know you can continue on there, but I'm gonna go back around toward the World War II camp over here and then go around the other way. There's a whole bunch to see up the other way as well. And I hope you're able to hear me very well today. And I'm trying to do my best to keep the camera steady. But I did get a gimbal a while back, a few years back, but I still can't quite get that gimbal to work the way it's supposed to. It still wants to, let me get a picture of this again as well. So again, there's the core area. It has the induction center over there, the barracks over here. Maybe walk a little bit down through here. There's the mess hall. So as well as the induction center, this also served as a reception center. So a dual purpose building. I believe this is a guard shack or a potty, one of them two. Yep. It's not identified, but it looks like it's some type of a guardhouse. And again, the back of the mess hall. Usually you went in one way and came out the other way. So again, this is the how it's broken down by section. So we are showing you how it's all broken down as you go down the trails here. We were just at the Civil War cabins, where we were right beside the induction center right there. So we are where that star is at right there. Then we can go to the different eras. So again, we could have done this by different eras, going from Revolutionary War to Civil War, and French Indian War as well. Then all the other eras as well. So they have porta pots here, hidden behind this fence. Ah. So there was I think it was another artillery gun or something like that was here. But they are restoring it again, so. So this is a German gun. The PAC 4341. Interesting that they would include a German gun. I mean, I know we fought against Germany in World War I and II, but that's probably why. So as we walk along, you'll see that there are kind of like personal stories and of these men as they went into battle. I thought something was there too at one time, but I don't recall. Okay. You see what they did. I could have just came up the other way, but I'll just go up that way really fast and then might work my way around. Or go around and then work my way down this path as I exit. So here's a representation of the training center. So some of the obstacles that back then they would have, and similar to today, some of these similar obstacles are still used today in Army training. Of course, I would know because when I went to basic training myself, I served in mostly Army Reserve and National Guard, but still the same. Served in the U.S. Army. A lot of the training equipment is similar. This is General Godfrey. He was severely wounded. Well, he started as a captain and he ended up as a brigadier general. He led a charge against the Nez Perce. And I'm going to be stopping a lot to photograph. So this is the Carlisle Forge. Oh, okay. So I believe this is that little trail that goes up from, maybe I should have done it like that and came up this way. But then you would have not seen that World War II gun. But there is information over here. And so we went beside the Civil War cabins. I say cannons, but they have more markers as well here. Oh, groundhog. Wow. If you want to pause and try to read it, you can. I just really don't have time to be reading everything today. I just want to do a quick walkthrough on my way to another location. For another event, which you will be seeing probably after this one. So they have a whole bunch of different eras. So he was a ranger. There's kind of these little small side trails that you can check out as well. Army Air Force photographer, Fred Rella. So this is what's known as a blockhouse. I'm going to back up and back up and back up some more so I can get a full picture of it. Now we're gonna kind of double back. We came up that part of the trail. Well, we went up to the Civil War cabins, which are right behind there. And I came around this way, but then went right back through again, so you can see what's behind here. And it leads over there to the cabin. That's part of the, I believe that's one of the cabins over there. And now that I've tossed away my drink cup, my slushie, I had a nice slushie, I can better film, hopefully. And again, this is more close-up of the equipment, training to go over. Oh, excuse me. So this is the low crawl obstacle course. Which, unfortunately, I will not demonstrate today. And these are, that one you would jump over, you would hop on there and then I guess jump over to the next one and to the next one and over to test your balance. At least we have a nice little breeze. Nice little breeze coming through right now. So this is known as the Traditions Field. This is where they would practice their formations. Also acted as a parade ground. So I'm trying to hold the phone a little better to steady it off a little bit more. And switch hands constantly. from the grip. Besides me, you hear the highway noise. A little bunny right there. There's the golf course, Carlisle Barracks. So here's another map. So I started right over here, then we went over here. No, we haven't gone over there yet. Then we went back around here. We kind of went in here a little bit. Didn't realize that was a separate building that I was looking at over there. Besides this one, the block house, it was a separate building too as well. But this is the Civil War buildings. Then I went across this way, and now I'm right there, that star. About to go around the bend, and then you'll see what's coming up, as you can see what's in the by the map there. So this is like the memorial gardens, I guess, kind of. You have all the memorials to different groups, units. You got the 44th Bomber Group, Heavy. 8th Armored Division, the Thundering Herd. 80th Infantry, Blue Ridge Division. 88th Infantry, the Blue Devil Division. And the battles they were involved in. Then they have this gazebo here. With a nice little wrought iron bench. More modern, but give you a view from the sitting down right here for a little bit before we continue our walk. It's only a 3/4 mile trail, so it isn't that bad. But with the weather being about 90 degrees today, and I'm here at the height of the warmest part of the day. So this one on the back has more. You have Medal of Honor winners and distinguished unit citations. Staff Sergeant Manuel Mendoza, wow. Second battery, 350th battalion. 350 and 51st Regiment. See if this has anything in the back. Nope, sort of. And those that were responsible for paying for this. Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't see that either. I didn't notice that some of these are double memorials on, especially this one. And of course, let me get pictures of both of them. And pictures of it's neat. And they tell you what theaters they operated at. And as you probably already saw a little bit, as I was walking over from the memorial area, you can see this. Wow. Got a kind of a crooked shot there, but I like it for that reason. See, most people don't realize that the Army did fire missiles at one time too, rockets and missiles. And then over here we have information about Chief Warrant Officer 4. And then we have information about Reforger. That was a little bit before my time. And of course, this was Cold War era as well. So right here is the AH-1 versions G through S. It was a Vietnam era helicopter. Well, from my understanding, they're still flying it to this day. The S version is the last one, nicknamed the Cobra. So this is the Cold War area, Cold War era equipment. Even though Vietnam was way after the Cold War. Oh, we have a trucker here. I'm not sure if he is waiting for assistance. I know a lot of times they have to pull over when their hours are up. There's the M113. So there were different versions of this vehicle produced, if I remember correctly. It's an armored personnel carrier. This is the ambulance version. I believe this was Desert Storm. And I'm going to get another version of another angle of it. And like I said, they highlight certain members of the military here. Heroes. Heroes, I call them heroes as well. This is the M46 tank. Tank named the Cora G. So the unique yellow, black, and white tiger stripe camouflage pattern is of the 6th Medium Tank Battalion. It was kind of meant to intimidate the forces back then, which would have been probably Korea. Nope, I think they've just stopped to get pictures of the vehicles here. Wow, awesome. Hispanic. Eugene C. Rivera, 8th Ranger Company, airborne, attached to the 24th Infantry Division in Korea. So, again, another hero. Defender of Busan, the M1 howitzer. Oh, let me get a slightly better close-up. Oh, cool. So this was what we call the toad, because there was self-propelled, and then this was considered a toad. It would be towed on the back of a probably one old deuce. Then they would drop that part back there off, spread the trails. Being an artilleryman myself, I know a lot of the military lingo. So they would drop it, dig the spades into the ground. So I'll give you an idea better. Meaning that this was a towed vehicle. So they would tow the gun into place, as we would say, as you can see here. Drop it, and then spread the trails, as they call, these are called trails, out, and then the spades would dig into they would dig holes so that the spades would go into, so that when the cannon recoiled, it'd stay in position and not move much. So you have probably your gunner here on this side, and then he'd crank it up and put the declination, and the assistant gunner would do the same thing, and he'd control left to right, I believe. Of course, I was only an artillery for maybe 3 years. Then I switched over and became a spoon, or the official food service specialist. Wow. So up there we have I believe this is Revolutionary War era. Yep, I was correct. That's the capture of Redoubt number 10. So as you can see, General Washington attacking at Yorktown, General Greene. The siege of Yorktown. So, talking about Revolutionary War firewood here. Didn't realize this one was here. So they have questions here for students as well here. Elementary school level, middle school, and high school. And they have a lot of very good questions. And it has mathematical problems as well for the students to work out. And over there, as you can see, the cannon. And right here you can see a representation. Oh, I know what these are called. When they would put the wood like that at a certain angle, you have a name, but I can't remember right off the top of so that even if they were able to climb over the barricades out here, they would have to come up and then try to come up through here, and then they'd have soldiers firing down on them. So right here, you see the mortars, and then over there you can see the guns. So this is a representation of a Revolutionary War fort, probably. Oh, right here, perfect. You have all the information of what you're looking at right now. Oh, so a redoubt is a small temporary fortification of entrenched earth and wood. These battlefield strongpoints were designed to provide cover for defending infantry and artillery, as well as slow down an attacking force. Several construction elements make up a redoubt, or redo. During the American Revolution, both British and Continental forces used John Mueller's 1746 elements of fortification, which was a hybrid of current theories of entrenchments put forth by Marshal de Vauban of France and Baron Menno van Cohorn of the Dutch army. These systems emphasized a catalog of shapes and fortification features that a commander could fit to suit the particular circumstances of the battle space. Before you is a recreation of an 18th century redoubt. You can spot the different design elements. So one would be the open parapets over there for the guns. So these are 12-pound cannons on carriages, on garrison carriages. They're different from the ones they used on ship. They look similar, but they're a little bit different. The difference being these were made of cast iron, the ones on ships were made of wood. So the decking is called the gun platform that they're sitting on. So you don't see it now, but before they used to have like little wood around. Is it right there? Yeah. Would be right along where that fence is. They would have like stacked wood called the fascine. They're bundle saplings bound by vines to support the parapet. So those are 24-pound mortar and bed, short artillery pieces mounted to wooden blocks that fires projectiles at extreme elevations over fortifications. And the area that it sits in is known as a mortar pit. So on the sides, you can see a little bit of it right there. That's called a gabion, and it would have wrapped around a little bit more. You can hardly see the ones over here a little bit. It has a little bit of wood still sticking out, but as you can see the small bundles of wood there. It's a basket-shaped device made of intertwined saplings and filled with earth and stone to support the parapet. So the whole thing is known as a parapet. It's a raised earthwork which served as the cover for defending troops. And I just read everything right off the sign. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna, you know what?